Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So we have completed the time prepositions. Now this time to see another types of preposition, which is the location preposition. So in this video I am going to talk about what are the location preposition and what are the different preposition which use as a location preposition to fill in the sentences. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so location preposition is defined and use where there is a particular specific location has defined in your sentences, right? Like a specific location, specific address, companies, store, event, parties, desk. So these are the different location where we use the location prepositions, and the location preposition is the four types like a at, in, on, and award. So these are the four location preposition which can be used to join the two sentences. And there is a one thing which is kind of bit challenging. Location preposition is bit confusing and it's not easy like a time preposition or any other preposition like a direction or position, because there are number of location which you have to memorize, right? So sometimes the location preposition are logical. For example, in a house makes sense, right? In a house makes sense because you are physically standing inside the house. Other location preposition are less logical, like for example, on a bus. On a bus means inside the bus rather than standing on the top of bus, right? So this is the like bit confusing. Uh, so what I have done, so there are specific location which have defined, and uh, also you can see that preposition and location is defined against the preposition. You can see the location is defined like at can be used for the specific location, addresses, companies, stores, events, parties, desk, counter. Okay, so whenever these location are defined in your sentence, so you can use the at. Then the next one is a in. In can be used for the enclosed space, buildings. In can be used as the enclosed space, right? Buildings, organizations, regions, water, desert, mountain, range, forest, cities, countries, continent, the sky, space, cars, group of people, little boat, right? So all this location you can use the in. On can be used for the surfaces like a road, corner, source, single mountain, island, planet, public transport, bikes, big boat, stairs, balcony. And the last one is abroad, which can be used with the boats, planes, and trains. I boarded. I boarded on train. I boarded on plane. Right. So these are the four location preposition. Now how can you use this preposition in your sentences? So this is the table which give you the fair idea. So you can see that at is used for the specific location, right? Like at work, at home, at the bank, at the beach, at the 123 main street, at the party, so on. And in can be used for the enclosed space, like in class, in college, in the hospital, in my car, in a taxi, in the sky, in the universe, the army, so on. And the on can be used for the most of the time surfaces, like on the floor, on the ground, on the freeway, on the lawn. So this is the key things to remember. But there are some disclaimer I'll talk about. But most of the time, at can be used for the specific location, in can be used for the enclosed space, on can be used for the surface, and board can be used for the particular boats, planet, or trains transportation. Right now, what are the different disclaimer which I'm going to talk about the at school versus in school. Okay, it is important to remember that each preposition express an idea. For example, at express the idea of being at a specific location, where in express the idea of being in an institute, right? At express the idea of being at a specific location, right? Where in express the idea of being in an institute, right? So for reason at school and in school have the two very different meaning. Take a look. Tom wasn't at home, he was at school. Tom wasn't at home, he was at school. So this is stating the location. Fred doesn't have a job yet because he is still in school, which showing as a institution of school, right? So which is like in his enclosed space. You can see that it is in schools, school is enclosed. Then next one is a on street versus in the street. On is generally used for the street location, right? Street location. Where in is used to the talk about standing in the middle of the street, right? In can be used middle of the street. So my house was on Delaney Street. At that location, the car almost hit him because he was in the street, right? So you can see that one is stating the location, one is stating the street, like kind of standing in the middle of the street. So there are some other at the beach versus on the beach. So the one is stating the location and one is showing the surface, right? On can be used for surface, in a water or on the water. So like we were in a sea all day swimming. We were on the sea all day in a boat. I have a beautiful house on the beach on the shore, right? So you can see that there are number of disclaimer you can see, and you can just but you can you can just identify the sentences meaning by by checking the what preposition